Good morning to all. So we have to continue in exercise 8.1, question number 7 onwards. So in question number 7, now we are given with cot theta is equal to 7 upon 8, and on behalf of that first part you have to calculate the value of 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta upon 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. And in second part you have to calculate the value of cot square theta. So first of all, if cot theta is 7 upon 8, you know cot is the reciprocal of tangent, so tangent will be 8 upon 7. You draw the triangle. Suppose I have taken theta at C, so you know tangent is perpendicular upon base. For that you please remember Pandit, Badri, Prasad, Harhar, Bole. If you don't remember, write down in your rough margin somewhere, you will come across sine, cos, tangent. So P upon B. So here is P. This is B, the perpendicular upon base. Then you can calculate the value of AC by Pythagoras theorem. That comes under root 113. Now put the values. 1 plus sine. Sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. 1 plus 8 upon 113. Similarly 1 minus 8 upon 113. Cos is base upon hypotenuse. So denominator will be 1 plus 7 upon 113. 1 minus 7 upon 130. So trigonometry is over here within this step. Now next is your calculation that you know. As I told earlier to you, you have to be very careful about the previous knowledge testing part. That is your identities. Now numerator and denominator both are lying in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So that is a square minus b square. And do the calculation. As you know, your answer should be 49 upon 64. That need not be explained to you. You are studying in class 10, so you should know how to go for these calculations, that is of your rational numbers. Then second part you have to calculate cot square theta. So cot, if tangent I said is the ratio of sine upon cos. I said because tangent theta you know is sine theta upon cos theta. Therefore, cot is the reciprocal, so that will be what? Cos theta upon sin theta. So tangent is the ratio of sine is to cos. When I started, I told sine and cos are the most simplified T ratios. If you know the two, you can find the other four comfortably. So tangent is sine upon cos. So cot will be cos upon sine. So you can write that is cos upon sine theta whole square. Again from this triangle, because this is a part of this figure only. So cos base upon hypotenuse, you put it like this, and sine again perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Denominators are same, so you can cancel. Finally you will be left with 7 upon 8 whole square, and that again comes 49 upon 64. So for both the parts your answer will be 49 upon 64. Similarly, in your question number 8, now you are given with 3 cot A is equal to 4. So you write cot A is equal to 4 upon 3. Again cot is the reciprocal of tangent. So tangent A will be equal to 3 upon 4. So if here it is A, in triangle ABC, right angle at B. So opposite to A perpendicular will be there. Now this is the base. So hypotenuse you can calculate by applying the Pythagoras theorem. That will be equal to 5. So now tangent A perpendicular upon base. On that behalf I can calculate the hypotenuse. Now you have to prove 1 minus tangent square A upon 1 plus tangent square A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. So tangent, now from this triangle, P upon B whole square, 1 plus P upon B whole square, cos is base upon hypotenuse 4 upon 5 whole square, and sin again is perpendicular upon hypotenuse 3 upon 5 whole square. Do the needful, that is the calculation part. Again I am giving to you based upon your rational numbers, and finally you will be reaching here. That is your left hand side is equal to right hand side. So these are the back-to-back questions based upon the same format. Moreover, already I have explained to you, you will be given a training to identify all the 60 ratios within this exercise. 11 questions are there. What is sine, what is cos, what is tangent, and what are their reciprocals, how to read in the triangles. That is the basic purpose of adding this exercise in class 10. That is the first exercise in introduction to trigonometry. Then again in question number 9, you see you are given with tangent A is equal to 1 upon root 3. So suppose any triangle you have taken, A is here, so opposite to A perpendicular will be there. I know this is perpendicular upon base, so if this is 1, so this will be root 3. Then again by applying the Pythagoras, you can calculate the value of AC. So AC will be equal to 2. Now you have to find the value of sin A cos C and plus cos A sin C. So simultaneously the position of the angle is getting changed within this figure. So look at this. When you are studying for A, so this will be the perpendicular, this will be the base, and this will be the hypotenuse. So sin A perpendicular upon hypotenuse 1 upon 2. Cos C, now angle is here. So if angle is here, so this will be the perpendicular now and this will be the base. So base upon hypotenuse, so cos will be 1 upon 2. Now cos A. So when it is A, angle is at A, so this is the perpendicular and this is the base. So base upon hypotenuse comes under root 3 upon 2. When it is sin C, now the angle is shifted to C, so this is the now perpendicular and this is the base and this is the hypotenuse. So perpendicular upon hypotenuse becomes what? Under root 3 upon 2. So for sin C, for C the sine will be what? Under root 3 upon 2. Do this calculation. 1 into 1, 2 into 2, 1 upon 4, root 3 into root 3, 3, 2 into 2, 4, and that will be equal to 1. In second, sin A cos C minus sin A sin C. Sorry, cos A cos C minus sin A sin C. Cos A, what is cos A? Now here it is. This is A, so perpendicular is here, base is here, hypotenuse is here. So base upon hypotenuse is cos A, under root 3 upon 2. When it is cos C, so angle is at C, so this will be the perpendicular, now this will be the base. So base upon hypotenuse becomes 1 upon 2. Similarly for sin A, when the angle is at A, perpendicular upon hypotenuse, it comes 1 upon 2. For sin C, now perpendicular will be root 3. Opposite to C will be the perpendicular, root 3 upon 2. So that we have to write here. So under root 3 into 1, under root 3 upon 4. Again under root 3 into 1, under root 3, 2 upon 2 into 2, 4. So answer will be 0. Question number 10. In question number 10, again a conditional question in which the length of the PQ is given and the triangle PQR is given to you right angle at Q. Then the another relationship given to you between the another two sides is PR plus QR is 25. So out of these two, suppose I have assumed that let PR is equal to X. Then you will be getting the value of QR in terms of X, that is 25 minus X. Now this is 5, this is X and this is 25 minus X. So in case of X, 5 and 25 minus X, when I will be applying the Pythagoras theorem, so I will be able to get the value of X and that will be coming somewhere is equal to 13. You please check in your rough margin or you can solve it here also. Just because of the availability of space, I have written directly, but you can solve it to get the value of X by applying Pythagoras theorem. And then you substitute this value here. So then your PR, that is X, will be equal to 13 and QR, 25 minus X, that is 25 minus 13 will make it 12. So three sides are now available, 5, 12 and 13. So 5, 12 and 13 are the sides. You need to find sin P. So angle is at P, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular is 12, hypotenuse 13, 12 upon 13. Cos P. So and again perpendicular base upon hypotenuse 5 upon 13. Tangent P, this is the perpendicular, this is the base. So this is 12 and this is 5. Tangent is perpendicular upon base. So answer will be perpendicular upon base. Tangent P. So perpendicular upon base is 12 upon 5. So answer for tangent P will be equal to what? 12 upon 5. So that's all about your question number 10. Question number 11 is the final learning outcome of your this topic. What did you understand? Did you achieve all the objectives which were just set up in the beginning of the topic? Are you now clear with the identification of these sine, cos, tangent and their reciprocals? So nicely the question is given at last. Do not take it lightly. You need to give a second thought. And please give results for every part. In first part you are supposed to answer the value of tangent is always less than 1. So I have taken a simple example because I know when I started with this topic I have always to talk about a right triangle and that must be satisfying the Pythagorean triplet. So to answer this question, that is the first part. I have taken the simplest form of the Pythagorean triplet, that is 3, 4 and 5. Now you say tangent A is always less than 1. So tangent A means if here is A, so this is the perpendicular, this is the base and this is the hypotenuse. Perpendicular I am getting 4 and base I am getting 3, so 4 upon 3 is greater than 1, hence this is false. So this is the way to answer these questions with justification and a support to your answer also. Then similarly second part is secant A can be 12 upon 5. So again you see secant A, secant is the reciprocal of cos. Cos is base upon hypotenuse. If A is here, so this is the perpendicular, this is the base and this is the hypotenuse. That means the base upon hypotenuse I can have 5 and 12. Then you apply the Pythagorean triplet and check the third side. Now third side you are getting 119 under the root. Now if the Pythagorean triplet is getting satisfied, so that means this is possible. This can be done. So hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So if you check this calculation, your left hand side will be coming equal to right hand side. Hence this is true. Then your third part is cos is the abbreviation used for cosecant A of angle A. Nowhere it is true. So you please make a note, because cosecant is not the full form of cos. Cosecant is only used to write the reciprocal of the sine. So that's why this is false. And in fourth and last part it is given sin theta is equal to 4 upon 3 for some angle theta. Again you see what I did, sin theta is equal to 4 upon 3. I have drawn the triangle, theta I have taken here. So I will be where is theta opposite to that, it will be the perpendicular. Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. If it is 4 upon 3, very clearly you can see perpendicular is 4 and hypotenuse is 3, which is none of the time possible. And reason you can write, as we know that hypotenuse is the greatest side always. So this cannot be true anywhere. Hence the statement is false. So that's all about your first exercise, introduction to trigonometry. Moreover, we did here all the 16 ratios we covered, and we identified the position of all those according to the right triangle and the given conditions that where the angle is lying. So that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.